Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome to a breaking news segment. Liverpool have officially signed Ibrahima Konate. We have a centre-back, people. A new centre-back. Not one on loan, not one that we brought from Preston and was told was going to be brilliant and we've never seen. We've actually bought a centre-back we expect to be in and around the first team. Matt, how you doing?
Bro, I am blessed. When I saw the news here, I was like, chill.
Feels good.
Bro, listen, obviously, like, you know, some people have their favourites who they wanted to get going into the summer.
Yeah.
But I'll be real, I think the only reason we even have this slight little worry about him is injuries. But in terms of as a whole, I am happy because I think Liverpool, after the season that they've had, have done their due diligence and made sure that he's going to be around. And obviously there might be a few niggles along the way, because he's an athlete, it's going to happen. But I'm happy, bro. We finally got a centre-back who, in my opinion, even just looking at the traits alone, he looks like he could, dare I say it? No, it's too early to say.
Don't say the VVD
All right, I won't.
words.
What I will say is, let's see what happens. But this brother's got a whole heap of promise. Promise, bro.
He has indeed. And I mean, he signed for us. It seems as though now. I mean, and it's right. Just picking up on something you said. Everyone sort of had their preferences, and dare I say it, going into this summer, he wasn't on anyone's sort of immediate wish list. And I know for you it was Botman. For me, it was obviously Varane. For Drift, it's been Koulibaly. He wasn't really anyone's first choice, which is a weird one, but I think that's probably because we haven't seen him play too much, and he's obviously had the injuries, not as well known as Upamecano.
Yeah.
But do you think Liverpool have made the right decision here in terms of the type of player, the profile? Obviously, injuries aside, because injuries can happen to any players we've seen this season. How do you rate this signing from Liverpool?
I think it's a top signing. The reason I say that is because, again, if I'm not mistaken, 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's very well built, so he's sturdy. He shouldn't get manhandled. He's fast. He's good in the air. Very combative. Bro, he's a warrior. And one thing I'll say, the difference between him and Upamecano as well. Upamecano, I think, is good, but Upamecano, I feel like, can be a little bit rash. Whereas if you go and look at the way how Konate plays, he very much he can be aggressive when he wants to be, but I like the fact of he can be patient as well. Because I kind of feel like when you're patient as a defender, you're analysing when is the best moment for me to make my move, rather than just seeing the ball and going, I have to get that ball at all costs. And that's where we have problems in the past with people like maybe, I don't know, like Dejan Lovren or even Martin Skrtel, like defenders like that who in their own right were good defenders, but you can see some holes. Whereas with Konate, dare I say, he's 22 years of age, just turned 22, bro.
Yeah.
Other than the injuries, I can't really see a lot of holes in his game. Obviously, his distribution is going to have to obviously improve because when you play for a team like Liverpool, we're more likely going to dominate the ball 9 times out of 10 as well. So, do you know what I mean? He's got to probably improve on that. But other than that, bro, I think it's a top signing. And I think we should really be celebrating this one because I don't think we was the only team that was in for him. I think there were other teams that were looking at him. I think Chelsea at one point, and there was somebody else as well. But we were the first to sort of go in there from March, I believe it was, or even January when we were speaking to him. So, yeah, man, it's a good deal.
And again, you mentioned distribution. It might be one of the weaker areas of his game. However, if Virgil's fit, you rarely see Gomez or Matip or whoever's playing next to him have to spray the ball as much. They kind of let Virgil do that. Plus, one of the advantages with having Konate is that he can actually drive out from the back, similar to what Matip does. He can actually break lines with his dribbling, and he's decent at passing along the ground. His long ball distribution could do some work. But again, he's with players in Virgil van Dijk who can more than help him with that. So I don't see that being an issue. In terms of us playing the high line, one of the things we talk about all the time, high line, high line, high line. Can our defenders hack it? And Gomez can hack it with his pace. Matip can hack it with his reading of the game. Virgil obviously hacks it because he can do both.
Yeah.
Konate reads the game well, but he's got burners.
He does,
He
you know.
can move.
He can.
And if we think Virgil and Gomez are fast, we could be in for a surprise because he may be the fastest out of all of them.
He might be, you know. Do you know what? That's a tough one because I would say pre-injury. Obviously, we don't know what Van Dijk's going to be like when he gets back, but I'd say from what I saw of Van Dijk, for someone to top that will be ridiculous. Because do you remember? I'll never forget the first time I really saw Van Dijk sprint. You know what game I'm going to say? The Nou Camp when we lost 3-0. Bruv, Virgil cup in hands like he was going Starbucks, the cup holders, yeah? Doing this. I was like, bruv, Virgil was shifting.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw Van Dijk's true speed. Obviously, and even when I saw him live as well for the first time, when he made his debut, in the debut season, so the 17-18 season, I was like, I knew Van Dijk was fast, but I didn't know he was absolutely rapid, and I shouldn't have forgotten. Remember, there was a game, Carol, I think you brought it up against Southampton, where he caught up with Mane twice in that game. Mane kind of like, yeah.
And that was Mane kind of at his peak pace as well.
Yes, bro. That's peak Mane.
That says a lot.
Yeah, bro.
John Conway, as always. Good afternoon, Callum and Matt. Great signing.
John.
Afternoon, John. You absolute legend. Eddie Mixie says, "Who do you think can be back up for Trent?" All right, so I'm going to say something slightly controversial. I don't think we'll go and buy an out-and-out right back, even though I'd like to.
Yeah.
I think Gomez might be used there to deputise.
Yeah, I can see it as well because even though we may see it as a priority, I don't know if Liverpool do. I think you're right, Carl, because if I'm not mistaken, was it the 18-19 season where we saw Joe Gomez play a little bit at right back that season as well?
Yeah.
Remember, even against Man City, wasn't Trent dropped or Trent was either injured and he played at right back?
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean?
Indeed. Shout out to 1892 Reds podcast, another great Liverpool channel. Please go and check them out if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe and follow them as well. Luke and Rick doing a great job over there. Abdul, I'm only going to read out the first bit of your super chat because the second bit's cheeky for no reason.
Yeah, I just
up on the screen. You just said big up Kop-Ish.
Yeah, I don't quite know where you're going there, bro.
Yeah, we're not doing that today.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Konate signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah.
Going into the summer, we all kind of assumed that Matip would be the one to go, not because of his quality, but because of the injuries as such. Obviously, we don't expect to see Ben Davies wear Liverpool shirt in a competitive game. And we're still up in the air about what happens with Nat Phillips. Now, if Matip stays, do we need another centre-back? Not whether we want one, do we need one?
No, but that would have to be then Nat Phillips is staying as well, because there's been some reports recently of the last couple of days saying Nat Phillips potentially, if Liverpool get an offer, they might sell him. There's been no sort of categoric thing from Liverpool saying he's not for sale. And I know you don't really get these these quotes or whatever saying no one's not for sale, but there hasn't even been any sort of talk that Nat Phillips kind of secured his status for next season. Yeah. So,
and I'll be honest, quite a lot of people are saying this in the chat as well. A lot of people are saying that Nat Phillips is going and Davies is staying. And again, look, we've never seen Davies play, so I'm not going to sit here and badmouth him, but like, come on, like, are we keeping Davies over Nat? Like, does that really make much sense?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, shout out to our brother.
Hey, mate, trust me.
Come on, go and support him if you're not already. Konate, the killer, is ready, boys. Loves anime.
He does, bro. That's what, listen, Konate put out some anime stuff today, actually, and I had to just tweet him back. Whether he replies or not, I don't know. We'll see what happens, people. Maybe we can get Konate onto Kopish, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, that would be a dream still.
Never know.
So, I mean, do we keep, if Nat goes, but Ben Davies stays, do you think we'll still try and go for another centre-back, or do you think that would be it?
I'm worried that I'm genuinely worried. No matter what goes on here and out. Sorry, I don't think we're buying another centre back. I genuinely don't. I think for me personally, this is what I think Liverpool are going to do: Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip, Konate, and Phillips. And Matip or Phillips could potentially leave. I still don't even think Liverpool are going to get a centre back. Something worries me. I kind of feel like, again, maybe I'm reading too much into it again because it's like reports and stuff. But when I'm seeing things like Liverpool, their main target was to bring in a centre back, not centre backs or a centre back. It does make you have to think. Do you know what I mean? Like Konate probably is the only one. Some people are saying Matip should go. I understand it because he's injured. But then if Matip goes, you've got to keep Phillips. So that would have to be the rotation for next season. So it'll be Van Dijk, Gomez, Konate, and Phillips. And then obviously Reece Williams if he decides to stick around. Will that be strong enough, Kyle, do you think?
No, it's a difficult one. I mean, shout out to Lakers 91 here. He's saying that he's going for the main four along with Davies instead of Phillips. I'd hate to think that Phillips is being used to generate funds to make this deal go through. That's what would annoy me personally. Because for me, he's proven that he's good enough to be in the squad. But it depends on him. If he wants to play genuine first-team football regularly, then we've got no choice. But if he's happy to be in rotation, there's no way we should be looking to offload him.
Definitely. And I think you summed it up best. I think it's more down to do with if Nat Phillips wants more first-team football, then you can't really argue if he was to leave because he's earned it, bro. He's earned it. You know what I'm saying? He has.
Very true. Shout out to Talking with Jay Springer, who's just become a member of ours. Please, guys, if you want to become a member, hit the link in the description. And also, while you're there, check out our Kopish merch.
The merch is there.
Indeed. We've got a limited edition T-shirt, basement settings. So make sure you check that out as well. They won't be on sale for much longer. Limited T-shirts don't stay on sale as long as all of our normal merch. So make sure you grab it now if you really want one. Again, so this is the first deal that's over the line. Massive deal as well. 36 mil. We obviously don't know whether that's been paid all up front or whether we've tried to do a little installment deal or add a little bit extra. We don't know. But all we know is the player is ours.
Yeah.
Is this a good sign for the rest of the summer? And if so, because there have been conflicting reports. I mean, James Pearce come out today and he says, look, the talks of Sancho and Mbappe are nonsense. And again, I know people like to jump on James Pearce and be like, well, he doesn't know anything. He got Thiago wrong all summer. We have to understand he gets information from someone at the club. So it's not like he's directly sitting in meetings with FSG and Klopp and all them and then coming back. And then also, he may also be getting told, look, don't say this because it might ruin the deal. So like he's doing what he can, but we can't look at him and be like, if he gets something wrong, he's just a terrible journalist.
And just start criticising him and all that because I don't like that. And funny enough, I put a tweet actually before we just went on the stream, Cal, and I bigged up Fabrizio and David Ornstein because they were saying since March this deal was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
But bro, even people up until yesterday, you're chatting rubbish. Konate's not going to happen. Liverpool won't pay the clause, this and that. And it's like, bro, we got to give these lot some stick,
Yeah.
Sorry, stop giving them some stick.
Credit,
Even a man like Grizz,
Yeah.
And listen, Grizz has messaged me since we've been streaming, and I can't. In fact, let me see if I can. Bring it up, Cal, as we thingy. Hold on. Let me see.
Shout out
Grizz and big up Grizz because I want to say to you as well, Grizz is another one. People give him stick as well, but you have to understand people. He's a human being. He, in my opinion, Grizz is very, very reliable. He is tier one, in my opinion. You might disagree with me. That's up to you people. But
we find out a lot from Grizz before we tell you guys. Believe me.
Hold on, let me see if I can bring it up without actually coming out the stream.
While you do that, I'll quickly read out super chat.
I won't go into it, but I can just see there's 3 messages that he sent me. Yeah. And I'm going to read the last 2 because the first one opens up the Twitter thing, but it says pre the date and he just says tier 1, baby. Shout out Grizz.
Kadir Hussein says Shaq to Sevilla for 14 million euros. # Mbappe Kitty. We'll see. Lakers 91. Shout out to Lakers number 91, who's just become a member of ours. Much appreciated.
Big up Lakers 91.
2 Pixel 2. I think Konate will be the only signing. Don't get your hopes up. We'll be
Striker.
the.
I think he's saying don't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Don't get your
They
hopes
said
up.
they'll say Thiago was meant to be the genie replacement. Maybe. I mean, news came out about Haaland today, and I want to ask you a question, Matt. Shout out to LRB Rams as well, brother Rams, who just became
Rams. Big up.
Want to ask you a question. All right, Haaland's come out and basically said he's staying at Dortmund. I've sorted that.
I was just trying to see who it was. I was just going to say people. Just out him so I can get rid of him.
He's
gone now. He's gone. If he comes back in, people, just let me know who he is or how.
He won't be.
Because some people be stupid and come in different profile on them teams.
Oh no, that person's been banned.
We're about to tell from the way how they're talking.
Yeah. Peter Torres to Liverpool, Konate transfer. Elaborate for us on that.
Maybe he's talking about Pau Torres.
I'll have a bit of that.
I know you want some of that Pau Torres at Liverpool, innit? Like, I know you're a massive fan of Pau Torres, and boy, I can't blame you. He's a quality player, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
I saw he done a video. I saw he played the other night.
Yeah, it's quality. Delwyn says Fabrizio tweeted LFC will sign some players. Don't worry. Hopefully.
Listen, and again, this is no shade, but you see, right now, I'm gonna be real. When Fabrizio tweets something, I'm all eyes on it because I'm not saying Fabrizio's not perfect. In fact, no journalist is perfect, yeah. But one thing I will say is I think with Fabrizio, the reason why I personally think he can say things and also get to know things a bit easier than others is because he's independent. And even though there are others that work within companies, I won't say who they are, sometimes the information that gets fed to them is going to be drip fed. And sometimes when you're thingy, they will contact you directly or an agent will and give you that exclusive, whereas the others won't get that. That's what we have to understand as well. So
big up to Brian Johnson, who's just become a member as well. Thank you very much, Brian. Much appreciated. Felipe says sign 2 midfielders and a big forward. Keep Davies and Phillips. All our main centre backs come back from long-term injuries. Can't risk it. That's a good point as well. That is a really good point. That is a really good point.
Yeah. You were going to ask me something about Haaland. Was it Haaland?
Yes, that's right, Matt. Thank you. I was wondering what I was going to say. So Haaland's come out and said that he'll be staying at Dortmund. Whether it happens or not remains to be seen.
Yeah, money talking it.
Yeah. Now, let's be honest. As much as we have begged and pleaded and stated the case, we ain't getting Harry Kane. We're not in that run. We're not in that running for him. Mbappe, I'll be real with you as well. After hearing that, Madrid just offered Alaba 400 odd grand a week.
Yeah,
we ain't getting Mbappe either if Real Madrid are in for him, even if Zidane ain't there.
For real.
Now, if I was to say to you, right, Haaland can't come this summer.
Yeah.
But we can go and get someone like a Sancho, Rafinha, Pedro Neto, someone creative who can play off the wings.
Yeah.
And then next summer we can go and get Haaland with his release clause of 65 mil.
This is a question.
Would you do it?
Of course I would.
You take the risk for another season of that killer.
Yes, because dare I say it, the alternative could be we go and get, I'm never gonna say the name, but we go and get someone else. Yeah, PD, yeah. And say we get a striker that looks like he's up and coming or he looks like he's all right. Instead of getting a bona fide creator, as you said, a Sancho, a Rafinha, like one of them and a Neto, I would rather take that. And then next season, you go hard for Haaland. You just do. Or let me flip it, Cal. Liverpool can only sign one more player this season. And to get this player, they're going to sell Origi, Shaqiri, Naby, and Ben Davies, and then obviously they'll use money from that and go and buy Harry Kane. But as I've said, I've weakened the score quite a bit there. I've taken out Shaqiri. Oh, Minamino can add into it as well. So we're really
you've taken numbers away. I wouldn't say you've necessarily weakened the squad though.
Well, here's the thing. This is where, even though I'm saying all yes on Harry Kane, we have to be careful though. The reason I say that is because even though you think we're not taking away quality, bro, those numbers are massive. Because remember, Harry Kane gets injured as well.
Hmm.
And other players get injured.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm taking Kane all day.
Yeah.
All day. All day, bro.
Fair enough. Sheriff says Gomez, VVD, Konate, recovery pace, high line up to the opposition penalty box. You'll never.
This is what I'm saying. We're camping in their penalty box, people.
You literally
Trust
could
me.
play on the halfway line and still be kind of be all right.
Fully fit Virgil and Cal. Imagine a back three of Virgil, Konate, and Gomez.
It's mad. It's mad. It's mad.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Abhishek says, I'm sure Haaland and Sancho will stay at Dortmund. If Klopp trusts Keita and Ox, then why not go all in for Mbappe or Kane? Very good point, that. Because, I mean, the talks coming out at the moment that Ox and Naby are safe. They're not going to be sold. I don't agree with it, but that's the talk coming out. So let's say, for example, it is. We don't effectively need a centre midfielder. We'd want one because we know Ox and Keita can't be relied on.
Yeah.
If we keep Ox and Keita, Thiago, Fabinho, Henderson, Curtis Jones, there's no excuse not to get Mbappe or Kane. And I'll be real with you. You get Mbappe or Kane, or let's say it's Mbappe. Next summer you sell a couple man. It might be even Haaland next summer still as well. Mbappe, Haaland, and Salah.
Bro, what I'm gonna say is this, yeah. All right, it's not OnlyFans yet, Cal. Not yet. It's not. What time is it now? It's 3:15. Yeah, we can't go OnlyFans settings just yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. But I'm gonna say this though, bro. Those three strikers you just mentioned, yeah. Can we just have one of them? We're not greedy at Liverpool, you know. We're not greedy.
No, I am. I want at least two still.
No, two.
I want Mbappe and one of the others.
No,
not saying
greedy.
this summer. No, I'm not saying this summer. But let's say we get Mbappe this summer, and then we get Haaland next summer. You wouldn't be all right at that, Matt.
No, obviously. But bro, that is reaching.
I know it's greedy, but bro, Man City are greedy, Man United are greedy, Chelsea are greedy, bro. I want to be greedy now, bro. Here,
nah,
bro.
More. I'm not gonna lie.
More. Sir, can I have some more, please? I want more. I want more. Big up Big Six Banks. Go and support them as well if you aren't already. Mons, Casey, Corey. Go and support the lads over there.
I just thought something. Sorry, Carl, I just thought something.
Go on.
Harry Kane playing for the centre, yeah?
Yeah.
Mbappe's on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Salah's playing 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Mane's on the left. Bro,
the options are endless.
Options. Or just straight 4-2-4. Two midfielders, 4 attackers. Straight, bro.
Yeah, I want it all, man. Big up Conway Talks. Konate, Andre Silva, and a centre midfielder. Would you be happy? Not after saying I want Mbappe and Haaland.
Yeah.
I do want a Basuma or Tielemans.
Yes.
Sorry.
Do you know what?
One of those two.
Out of the two, who would you prefer, Basuma or Tielemans?
It's a tough one, Matt.
Because you want to know. All right.
Tielemans is better going forward.
Yes.
Basuma's better defensively.
Yeah.
I'd slightly edge towards Basuma, maybe.
I feel like Basuma's got and people.
But if we got both,
work rate though. You see, Basuma's work rate is magic.
No, Tielemans is as well. You know, his work rate's underrated.
It is, bro. But he hasn't got the. Listen, he ain't got the.
He has,
I don't think he's got this.
He has, bruv. He's not Connor anymore, bruv. He's Khabib now.
Nah, I don't know, bro. Basuma never get tired, bro.
No, I know.
I see Tielemans blowing sometimes. Like
I know, but the only thing with Basuma is all African Cup of Nations potentially. That could be.
Yeah, that's true.
But we are stacked in midfield, so.
So the real answer is we just go and get Rodrigo de Paul then, right?
Well, we get both. Get Tielemans or Basuma, and then Rodrigo de Paul as well.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Well, LFC, if you're watching this, let us into the boardroom.
Yeah,
we'll solve it. We'll solve it so much easier.
1 year dominance for the 10. Dominance for 10.
Trust me.
Radu says African Cup of Nations in Jan, so I'm sure we're buying some place to replace Mane and Mo for a month. That's a good point as well.
So Jota covers 1.
I really wish Neto weren't injured, because I think
I
Neto
know.
would have been the perfect one, man.
Neto and
Um,
Jota,
oh,
like covering.
oh my good.
Bro, that's crazy.
Samsonuski says we need to be after Pedro Concalves. Would be magic
You know
under
what?
Klopp secures our squad succession plans too.
Yeah, he's a
Has
good
some
player,
good stuff,
you
but
know.
he is good. He is good.
But do you know, I didn't know, bro. You know, he was at Wolves for like a year.
I didn't know that.
Bro, he was at Wolves and didn't really play. And then they sold him to someone else, and then I think he went Sporting, or he went directly to Sporting after Wolves. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And they're talking about my man's new Bruno Fernandes, even though I think they're different players, though.
They are very different players. It's lazy. It's lazy
Yeah,
journalism.
just because
It's
someone scores
lazy.
20 goals and
It's lazy. They don't play the
Portuguese.
same at all.
See, someone else said, yeah, when he was 18. Yeah, he was. I'm telling you, when he was young, when he was a youth, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Brian says thoughts on Grizz saying we're very interested in Florian Neus. Neus is a baller.
Neus is a baller as well. Listen, Grace.
Yeah, Neus is a baller. Yeah, Neus is a baller still.
I'm have to call Grizz after this, you know.
Yeah. Tahir says our bench is weak. It's A&E bench. It is at the moment, but here's where this is why we keep on speaking about. Check it. Let's say we don't get a goalkeeper. Kelleher's on the bench for goalkeeper, right? So we 7 subs next season.
Kelleher's there, I think. Yeah.
Gomez is your defender on the bench, who covers right back and left back and centre back, and maybe add on Matip as well.
Yeah.
Then if you're going 4-3-3, your midfield is Thiago, Henderson, and
Fabinho.
If you go 4-2-3-1, one of them sits on the bench. So again, let's say we're going 4-3-3, then it's Bobby sitting on the bench effectively, or Jota. Yeah? So that's 4 already.
Yeah.
Then if we keep Cater and Ox, there's them 2 on the bench as well. And then maybe you could have someone like a Milner. But if we go and sign a striker, then one of the front 3 could be sitting on the bench as well. Straight away, that bench is a lot stronger than we've ever had.
No, you're right. Do you want to know something? When you're reading off them names, I kind of understand where the person's come from, but I think it's more in one section of the pitch, though. And that's midfield, you know. Bro, all right, so I'm going to just give a little Debbie Downer only for about 30 seconds. Fabinho picked up a few injuries this season. Henderson did. Thiago picked up an injury, but I think his one was different because it's not he picked up injuries. It was more an injury.
And to be fair, once he came back, he was back.
He was fine, yeah? Ox picked up injuries, and so did Naby Keita. So did James Milner. Bro, I'm not going to lie to you.
We need a robust midfielder.
We need someone. This is why I was thinking Basumi. You know?
Yeah.
Even though he might not be necessarily the best in terms of what we need, like from an attacking point of view, just being robust and always being fit, bro.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, Matt. If we were to sell Grujic, Cater and Ox, and we brought in Basuma and let's say Basuma and Camavinga, I think we're good with midfield.
Oh, 100%.
I think we're really good in midfield.
Even Nias, or Nahas, how you pronounce it. Yeah. Even him, he's technical baller, bro.
1975 Jamrock. I hope you cleared your schedule for tonight, bro. No. It's time to move on from Milner.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, shall I be honest with you? I'd keep Milner in and around the squad for another season and hopefully let him help players like Curtis Jones, Nico Williams, Harvey Elliott when we're playing in cup games, for example. Even if Nat Phillips stays as well, he will help that crop of players.
Yeah.
And then hopefully becomes a player coach. Although I do think he'll go and continue to play football next season, even if he doesn't stay with us, because I think he will play for most clubs not most clubs, but a good proportion of clubs in the league.
Yeah, no, agreed. Do you know? So when you were talking, I was just deep in my head. I was like, no, it's so weird. Like, obviously, I'm happy with San Konate, but I'm a little bit worried. We're a bit light in midfield. It's like, as you said, we've got numbers.
Yeah,
but too many of them. Do you know what?
Too many, man.
Yeah, too many. I don't know, bro. What do we do from here? So we have to. And here's the thing as well, yeah?
What do we do from here?
Because I'm just thinking of it now.
What do we do from here?
Please tell me the club ain't going to do the whole Curtis Jones is Jimmy's replacement, because I can't do that, you know?
It could be, though. I wouldn't be surprised by that. but I'm hoping it's not, because I wouldn't mind seeing Curtis Jones used as a 10 next season.
Same.
I think you get the best out of him as a 10.
Yeah, you probably would, bro. But Curtis Jones is really an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
But as Klopp does, he likes to mold them so they can do everything. Like, so
Yeah.
but wouldn't be surprised if you see Curtis Jones play right back in like last 5 minutes of a game because someone got injured.
We've seen it. We've seen it this season.
Oh,
Didn't
of
we
course.
When did we see it? We've
No,
seen
you're
it.
right. I think we saw it, didn't we?
We've
And we
seen
were
it,
like,
yeah.
Curtis Jones. I was like, oh, yeah, we did. We did.
We've seen him play right back since
We
he's been at the
did.
club. 1975 Jamrock says,
That's
I am
great.
working on it, trying to reschedule a meeting. Thank you, bro. I hope you can get it on tonight, man.
Trust.
But no, I do think there's enough players for us to sell to at least be able to get at least one very good centre midfielder. And again, if we're not gonna, and then an attacker, and again, I'm not gonna say it has to be a striker, because if we can wait a season for Haaland, I would do it, because I think there are enough goals in the team when everyone's on. But if we don't get a striker, we need to get a creative winger.
100%. Do you know, I just realised, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, is are Bournemouth back in the Premier League?
Do you know what? I'm not actually sure.
Are Bournemouth back in the Premier League?
Who are you thinking? Sell him a couple, man.
Bro, if Bournemouth are back, we in business.
Well, Eddie Howe's not there though, isn't it?
No, but maybe their board's still there. It's about the board though. Because even though Eddie Howe, someone says no. Oh no.
We needed them to come up still.
No. Tomorrow we find out.
No, they lost to Brentford.
Oh man, we kind of needed them still.
Yeah, we did.
We kind of needed them. Oh yeah, we could even say Harry Wilson. Someone put in the comments, Harry Wilson. That's another guy as well.
No, we've got a lot of players we need to get off the books this summer.
There is.
There's more players that need to leave that need to come in, but
100%.
the ones we bring in have to be top quality. Like for me, we've spent 36 on Konate.
Yeah.
Basuma will probably be about 35. That's 70 mil, and that shores up 2 positions, in my opinion.
For real.
For me,
for real.
you can go and spend big on someone else.
Before you have to worry about it,
my summer wish list is Konate, Pedro Neto, or Sancho, Neus, or DePaul, and Basuma. Yeah.
100%. I'll take that, you know. I would take that all day, man.
Pete Hour says, you guys want Elliot in the squad? Yes.
Yes.
Don't want him loaned out. I want him in and around the squad.
Yeah, because I can't help but look at Phil Foden and think, look how much he's improved as well, playing with the Man City players. I think if they loaned him out again, I'm not saying Foden still would have been great, but I just think they fast-tracked him.
Yeah.
Him playing with the players right now has accelerated his development so quickly, bro. It's mad.
Yeah, really agree. Monsieur says, I'm happy with Konate, but if there is a scale, FSG has moved us from really angry to just angry, need more players to make us content. I'm still where I am with FSG. They're signing players is what they're meant to be doing, so that doesn't change anything for me.
But that's what they're supposed to do as owners.
Yeah. That's like me doing my little one dirty and then trying to get credit for feeding him. Like, nah, that's my job. 1975 Jamrock says, is Sumir really going to Leicester City for 25 million euros?
Apparently he is, bro. And he's a good player, you know?
Yeah, you have to rate Leicester. Have to rate them. That does suggest to me Tielemans might be going this year or next, though.
Yeah, that's true, actually. You know, that's a good shout. That is a good shot. I didn't even think about that. That could free up Tielemans to potentially leave. But let's just hope. But do you want to know something? Just because we're linked to him doesn't mean we're going to get him. Someone else could come get him as well.
Tielemans will be very highly sought after.
Yeah. I think if you use him correctly, like, this is what I will say about Tielemans. Even though I don't rate him as highly as you maybe say, Carl, I still think if he went to somewhere like a Man City, he does better than what he does at Liverpool because he's not chasing the ball as much because they got more of the ball.
Or United.
Yeah.
Musa NFC 21 says we have a lot of Deadwood who aren't even a part of the squad, so we'll make money off them. Also, people who are in the squad: Shaq, Ox, Naby, Nat, Origi, and Nico. I agree.
I was like, I'm not in the squad. I was like, I wish I was. We're getting that squad money, that basement money. Trust me, I'll take that basement money all day, every day, mate.
Trust me. Mario says, on to the next target, hashtag Neto. Look, if we sign Neto, you guys already know what it is with me, man. I've been screaming for Neto since before we got Jota, so.
Yeah, you was actually. You talking about like Neto from last season.
Yeah, from a while,
Like,
man.
yeah,
I've
I'm not
always
this
been a
season's
big
gone. The
fan.
season before that,
Yeah, I've
I
liked Neto
remember.
for a while. So yeah, I hope that happens. I don't see anyone buying him though because of the injury. I reckon
Yeah,
he'll go next summer or January maybe. I don't see anyone buying him. I'd love him in January. I just want us to get him. I don't want anyone else to
yeah,
get him.
because you know what's gonna happen. It's like Jordan is. They'll say it's like how I feel about Rafinha, yeah.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't even really say it because I know KG is gonna message me later. Or he might even phone me and be like, "Bro, we've had this conversation a million times."
Yeah.
But I never learned.
Wolves apparently do need to sell though. So look, I'll
Yeah,
be honest with you, Matt. Let me ask you a question. Maybe or not. Maybe I am very biased. So,
yeah, go ahead.
let's say because of the injury and the fact that they need to sell, they may sell him for about 30 mil. Would you take it?
What Neto?
Yeah,
Yeah. Come on, listen. Just because he's like, what exactly was his injury again? What was it? Don't tell us.
Patella, similar to Gomez apparently.
All right. I feel like as long as it's not an ACL and he's young, I still feel like he will recover. And he will recover just like how Gomez has in the past. And I still think
Yeah,
Gomez will recover perfectly as well. I think if this was him at say 28, 29, then
yeah,
I'd be a bit more skeptical, thinking, oh, I don't know, Kyle, that might be a bit of a risk. But bro, I'll take him. And even if we got to wait until like October or something, trust me, he'll be
worth
worth
it.
it. It's one of
Yeah,
them ones where you just know man will be worth it. Although I do feel
100%.
like Liverpool have this thing where like we're always like attracted to injured players, like where we like to like the dazzle and distress kind of story thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because all these
I
injured
hear.
players that we always buy is a bit mad, or they had injury records. Like, why are we always like getting them? But do you want to know something? It's just part and parcel of football. Players do get
Yeah.
injured, and yeah, it's what it is.
975 Jamrock says a patella injury is worse than ACL. I know. Oh,
I'll
I
take it back.
know. No, but for argument's sake, though, man, let's say we were to buy him for 30 mil
Yeah,
and it didn't work out for a couple of years. I still reckon we could get at least 20 mil for him in like 2-3 years.
bro, you ain't got to convince me. You know me. I would do it, bro. Listen, Harry Kane, and it's different, but
Yeah.
Harry Kane gets injured as like every season, right? Plays an average of about 30 games a season, 28, 29. Would that stop people from signing him? No. And this
No.
is someone who always has problems with his ankles all the
Yeah.
time. So it'll be the same thing, man. Sometimes you got to run the risk. If you feel a player is that good,
Run the
you
risk.
sometimes you just gotta try. You gotta do it, man.
Indeed. Well, people, we're going to wrap up there. Obviously, this was a show because Konate has signed officially. We're going to
Trust
be
me.
back tonight at around 7ish for Kopish calling. There's going to be no rival watch. We'll probably speak briefly about the Champions League final tomorrow because those are the only two rivals that have got a game coming up. And then obviously we'll open up the phone lines where you guys can come on for 2 minutes, have your say about topics that you want to discuss. So yes, very good news so far. Hopefully a great start to what will be an excellent window. And as Matt just said, Ibrahima Konate has arrived. We
move.
Thank
Trust
you very
me.
much, everyone, for joining. Please smash the like button if you haven't already. Check out our merch and check out our membership package as well. And until next time, people, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish, and we are out. Take care, people.